First off, beard or no beard? Grizzly Adams had a beard, so maybe it should be beard. I don't know. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be doing some stuff in the Lego city with the Lego mansion. I'm going to show you what I've built so far with the A-frame cabin. And I also have some pab cups over there that are pretty sweet. So I've got to organize those and show you exactly what we got and figure out if it was worth it getting all that stuff from the pick and build wall when we were at the Lego store today. So I'm not going to finish building the A-frame cabin in this video because I want to finish building it live. And I'm going to be doing that later on today. So that's pretty neat. But in the next few days here, I've got to figure out how I'm going to integrate the A-frame cabin into the campground. So I'm going to take a look at that today and do some prep work in regards to placing that in that area because it's pretty big and there's not a whole lot of space in the campground. So something has to happen over there to accommodate that set. And I don't know what it's going to be. So yeah, I guess we better get started with taking a look at what I've built so far, the A-frame cabin. I've really enjoyed this build. It has 2,082 pieces. Those pieces are divided among 15 different building stages. I've built 1 through 4. This is what we've got so far. It looks pretty good, right? 2 awesome looking minifigures. I really like the torso on this gentleman here. He's got a nice mustache as well. And there's some really nice part usage right there with the hammer elements. It is not built on a base plate, but it is super solid. Pretty awesome. Inside, we've got a kitchen so far. Lots of great details there. And then next to the entrance, there are some great details as well, such as this cabinet with some records and a record player, an acoustic guitar, and look at that floor mat and also that 2x4 printed piece above the door. Awesome. From 2 different sets. I believe that was in the blacksmith set, and this one here was in the vintage truck. Obviously, when I get this thing built, we're going to take a detailed look at it. Just wanted to show you what we've built so far. While I was building it, I actually opened some fan mail from Rob UK. Hey, thank you so much, man, for the wooden spoon. It says Stir Wars on it. Also, he sent me 4 foil bags, 2 of each of these. We've got Princess Leia on the right, and then also a Mandalorian warrior. That Mandalorian warrior is awesome. Love all the print detailing. Thank you so much for the fan mail, dude. Highly appreciated. When I was at the Lego store this morning, I actually bought 4 pab cups because there were some great pieces on the wall. This is the 4 cups all dumped out into a big pile. So I've got to sort all these, and I'm going to calculate how much each of these panels cost us and see if it was actually cost effective to buy these pieces through Pab, or if it's just as cost effective to order them from Pab online. Okay, buying from the Pab wall is actually such a good deal. It's insane. There are 164 1x2x5 panels. There are 44 1x6x5 panels. The 1x6x5 panels retail for $1.06 on the Canadian Lego website, and the 1x2x5 panels retail for 53 cents. So to buy all the glass from these cups, which cost $80, only the glass, if you were to buy it online, would cost you $133.56, and that doesn't include all of these additional pieces that came packed sort of between all of these larger glass panels and the 2x4 red bricks on top and the plate. Not to mention, I didn't even fill the interior of the glass. I could have crammed pieces between the glass, and I also could have taken 1x1 studs or 1x1 tiles or whatever it would be and put them inside these. I could have fit so many more pieces in these cups. It is actually such a good deal. So just like that, on the glass alone, I saved $53.56 from buying it from the Pab wall, and it doesn't include all the extra goodies. Oh my gosh, I wish I had more time to pack cups, but luckily Lego stores are always getting new stuff, especially based on the fact that it's now February. It's not the busiest time of year, so they're prioritizing having their stores well stocked and can keep up with demand. So I definitely recommend checking out a Pab wall near you to save a bunch of money on awesome pieces. Essentially all of that glass there is going to get used on the mansion. I was actually already replacing these with the 1x2x2 just because I was out of the 1x2x5 panels. So I'm going to be switching up this here, freeing up all of those pieces, and then I'm going to work on constructing the remaining walls on the backside there and right here, and also for the penthouse suite on top, using all of those new pieces. I am so excited. I am so happy that I found those on the pad wall. They were literally in my Bricklink wanted list, and now I can remove them from that wanted list because, hallelujah, the Lego store had them. I won't lie, everybody, I sort of want to just work on my mansion now that I have those parts. It's going to look so good once these walls are actually constructed and these floors are tiled off. But that A-frame cabin looks fantastic as well, and I think the campground is in dire need of an upgrade. So of course I'm not actually going to be placing the A-frame cabin in this video, but I plan on upgrading some other stuff here in the campground, and today I'm going to prepare for that. And you won't believe what I'm going to do next. I am doing what we call Lego deforestation. That's right, I'm removing all of the trees from the campground. In order to place the A-frame cabin, I've got to make some serious changes to the campground. Included in those changes are going to be tree upgrades. That's right, I'm going to be upgrading every single tree, and also I'm going to be adding a lot more trees because it's going to be a larger campground, and therefore we need more trees. At the time of filming this, like this exact clip here, I have no idea how I'm going to increase the amount of space in the campground. But then as the day progressed, I thought about it more and more as I was being puked on by babies, as you probably saw a stain on my shirt in the first clip. I've come up with a solution that's going to allow us to increase the size of the campground and hopefully add way more cool stuff to this area. So here we go. All the trees from the campground have been removed and they're on this 48x48 plate here. There's quite a few of them, but I don't think there's enough. You can see some look pretty good. They've got these leaf elements on the limb elements coming off the tree. So I want to upgrade all of them so they look like that there. I just think they look a little more realistic. They're fuller. There's not really these big gaps. You can't see the trunk as much. So I want to upgrade all the trees. And in order to do that, it's just way easier to do it at my desk here. And it's not that hard to remove them all. And then when we get the new and improved campground, I'll be able to put them back. Also, in the past, I created this massive tree for the zoo. But yeah, I am going to part this one out and use it to create multiple smaller trees because there are a lot of parts in that tree there. So if I just part it out, I'll be able to create smaller ones and more of them. And that'll just be a more efficient use of those parts. It's pretty barren over here with no trees though. It still looks good. The dirt road and all the campsites. Not bad. Definitely needs an upgrade. It's a little bit flat here in my opinion. So I want to try and add some elevation, and I want to try and increase the size. How do you think I'm going to increase the size of this area? I've had a lot of comments suggesting to get rid of this barn from the farm or expand the farm in this area of the city by removing rebrickable models. And the third and final one involves the shipping yard, which is not complete yet. And because it's not complete, it's sort of an eyesore. There's a lot of dark gray in this area here, and it's like the first thing that you see when you walk into the Lego room and look at the Lego city. So I have decided that I will be reducing the boatyard. So actually by reducing the size of the boatyard, it's not going to take away a lot of space where the boats are parked. Because we're still going to have the large overhead crane. I still want to upgrade this area eventually. Luckily, it's all Mills plates. In fact, the boatyard is actually built on 4 large 48x48 base plates that are Mills plated using 2x2 brick and also the 16x16 road plates. And they're actually pretty easy to extract. The surrounding area is all water done in trans blue tiles, which I actually want to redo in the future anyway. Like I want to add more texture just to make it look a little bit more appealing, right? But yeah, I'm actually able to do this pretty quickly here, which is good. And I also slide over the farm and campground plates, so the farm is once again up against that boatyard. This is how big the boatyard will be now. A little bit more manageable, right? And still a pretty good size. I'll probably get rid of this and this. And then what we'll do is we'll pop this old school overhead crane right here so it can still service larger cargo boats right there. and that fills in this whole spot there. And then we'll still do the Coast Guard shack or the Coast Guard building and all the different ideas that we have over there as well. The Octan gas station will have to make its way back into the city somewhere. And then the 248-48 base plates that were removed from the Boatyard will be allocated to the campground. I really want to add some height. Things like that just look way better than just flat. So yeah, I really want to add more detail to this area. So yet again, we're going to be rebuilding the campground. Adding yet another project to the project list. However, there was no space for the A-frame. So something had to be done. And I think that was the best solution because downtown and all these rebrickable models look good. Other than, of course, the canal that needs to be worked on. But the Boatyard just really wasn't going anywhere. That project was at a standstill. So by reducing the amount of space allocated to the Boatyard, I think it'll be easier to manage when that time does come. And also, now we have more space for awesome stuff in the campground. And I hope more mountains and hills and stuff like that. So yeah, stay tuned for some more great stuff. I'm going to leave it as a mess for now because I don't know what direction I want to head with this. And that is my day coming to a close. Tomorrow or today when you're watching this video, I'm going to finish building the A-frame cabin and think about this new layout for the campground. Everybody let me know what you think by commenting below. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff. And boy, oh boy, does that mountain ever look good. Hopefully there's more of them in the future that are even bigger. Farewell.